What's good, everybody? This is Y and Z, conversation between the generations. I represent the Y. Jay Clark, my partner over there, representing the Z, looking like he's in a hostage video. Savian, look, sir, do you need water? Are you okay? Can you hold up a newspaper so we know what day it is? Um,
You crazy, bro.
like, share, subscribe. YZ the Divide. We're gonna have a good time this week before we get into it. You all right, brother? You looking a little tired, rubbing the eyes? Is
Yeah, man. This is all of those growing pains, getting into that adulthood. You do the work, but it pays off though. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad last week when that paycheck went through. So hey, if a little tiredness got to be added in there, let's spice it up a little bit.
tired moments find me a delightful treat, but you don't know nothing about that. Anyways, I'm, I'm just, just it's right there. Anyways, we're gonna have some fun this week. It's a Halloween season. Next week is Halloween, so we in the weekend before, so people getting their costumes. And I remember as a kid, this was just a special time of year because it would be reflected in everything. And we really gonna
Right.
focus on entertainment this week. And it was just, specialty shows, special, the commercials you would see, the interstitials on a channel, it would all kind of create this theme of the season,
Right.
and help kind of put you in the mood of it. Now I will, and it doesn't get done the same nowadays. Now I'll give credit to the food channels because the cooking shows,
Yeah, they always on point.
they
They always on point.
still on top of it. You got Halloween Baking Championship, Halloween, war, like, and they do it for all the seasons. So taking them out the picture because they actually keep that spirit alive. Wh- what are some of the things that you used to enjoy in this realm?
I
When
mean, I
what's some of
think
your favorite?
crazy enough, it's always interesting because you had it's all because you always had fall themed and then you always had Halloween themed,
And
and they kind of had to intermingle within each other. You
fall
might
theme could
like
be a
this.
little broader though. Like fall was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
broader. How Halloween would be specific. Like this weekend, I remember the commercials would be like for Sunday animation on Fox. Like you would have the previews for like the Family Guy Halloween special or Simpsons
Yeah.
Treehouse of Horror
At least
specials.
a
Like,
week out, you would
mm-hmm,
start hitting Halloween
mm-hmm.
specials. Maybe the rest of the month was more like fall, coming into like late September, October. But Halloween, man, that it was a different time. It was a good time. I mean, me growing up at Disney, during that what I find to be the golden era of Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was at its height. It was at its height after me being that target audience downhill. But we can argue about that later on. It was at its height in my time period, and I truly feel like it was just pushed us so much. You know what I'm saying? It was on, like you said, it was on the commercials. It was on. It would do like the countdown to Halloween or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Spooky nights or something
what
like
was the
that.
channel that's no longer around now that had the 13 Days of Halloween?
Was it TBS?
No, it's not TBS. It's God. It was like it's one of them family channels, kind of.
You sure it wasn't TBS?
No, see now you're gonna make me Google. Hold up. Because I can't. It's and it's gonna.
ABC?
No, it's not. It wasn't a major network. Let's see.
It
13.
wasn't.
How? Yeah. Now you're making me look this week. Halloween programming.
I mean, I will. Let me just put this in there right quick. I will say, like,
Freeform. Sorry, Freeform. What is now Freeform? What Freeform used to be.
what
But
did
yeah,
Freeform used to be? That's the real question. Because this is very true.
Fox. Oh, so okay. So you were halfway right. Fox Family, ABC Family, and now it's now known as Freeform. So I get credit where credit is due. But yeah, like they would have the 13 nights of Halloween. Like so
Yeah.
so I guess that would be what the 18th of October. They would
Yeah.
have they would start that, and it was like nights of programming with
Yeah.
Halloween themed stuff that they really don't kind of do
Do
anymore.
much anymore. Right. I mean, I'll take it back to this. I mean, I remember watching like your local broadcast, local news channel, and even they would do specials like maybe right before the 10 o'clock news. It would be It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You'll get
like
that
that. You know
occasionally.
what I'm saying?
I'm
Stuff
surprised I
like
haven't seen
that
any
is
commercials for that on a like
no,
a good Sunday broadcast or something yet. But yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
you don't even see it much. You don't even see like huge. I mean, maybe Abbott, but are TV shows still doing these major like seasonal episodes? Are they still, or even just a good Halloween episode like that?
Abbott's probably the last one because they did one last
Yeah,
year.
they did one last year.
I don't know. I haven't watched this week's yet, so I don't know if this week is themed yet or maybe next week because I think Halloween is on a Tuesday, so that would line up nicely for or Wednesday. So, but we'll
Yep.
see. But yeah, like it used to be, it was part of that, that ecosystem. It
Right,
helped
right.
make the
Everybody
time
would
feel,
release a Halloween episode sometime in October.
yeah, So let's get into some of our favorites here. So, what are some of your all-time favorite Halloween specials? This could be a TV movie, could be a movie that was released in the season, could be that particular episode of a sitcom. Like, what are some of let's just start going through some.
I
What are some
mean,
of the classics?
bias is always going to put me first towards any Disney Channel original movie that dealt with Halloween.
Give me one. Give me one. Come on, man. This your
Oh,
era.
just one? I
You
mean,
can name a couple. We gonna go back and forth. We gonna be on this
okay.
for a
Let me
minute.
just put Twitches. I think that was great for
Which is that the Tia and Tamara one?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Look, get the oldie in there. Let's go.
Listen, I'm in high school at that point. I
Exactly.
wasn't.
You ain't too much watching it no more. But Twitches was great. It was me being young, and it was just like, this is a little bit scary, but it's not too scary that I'm just like I'm having nightmares. It was good though. It was really good.
One of the tops that comes to mind for me is, and it's as hated as this show is now, or as unfavorably as this show is looked back on now. I gotta be honest, not just their Halloween stuff, but their overall generally special holiday episodes were some of the top tier, and that's Family Matters. And so you had
Oh
like
yes.
the Stevel, the little, and Carlsbad, and like Family Matters was always good to give you a timely episode in terms of the season. And they Christmas
Most
and
definitely.
Halloween ones would knock it out the park. But yeah, the Halloweens, yeah, Stevel and Carlsbad, yeah, but teetering that good line of hilarious but funny, but also dumb at the same time. But again, it helps you kind of put you in that spirit of the season. So yeah, that Family Matters was one they did a good job in this realm.
I'm gonna say any Halloween episode for The Office, amazing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the essence of The Office was to feel like reality, like you're just watching these people in real time. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember specifically one Halloween episode. The cold open to the episode was several people in the office dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker. And it was just so timely because, other Halloween episodes of sitcoms, for the most part, would just do your basics, somebody dressed up as a witch, and it would still have its own story, plot line or whatever like that. But with that TV show specifically, The Office, it wanted to be like, in real time. So I really enjoyed like watching and seeing how they were pushing the envelope of still being modern and be like, oh my God, did you see how they dressed up like Heath, the Dark Knight? Because, they were just staying in trend, kind of like what Abbott is doing now, staying in trend with the
Yeah.
time without, still, kind of blurring the lines between fiction and reality.
I'll go a little more modern for this one here, which I think we gotta give credit where credit is due, and that's Blackish.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
probably Halloween is probably some of their strongest how do I want to phrase it? I don't want to say event, but strongest holiday-ish episodes because we all did the whole Johnson family costumes, and they did that multiple times. And so that was one I would, that was something that stood out about the series. So especially for it to be, because Halloween, because sometimes be overlooked with these. So yeah,
Yeah.
Blackish definitely with the costumes and how they would go in certainly is definitely a highlight in this realm of specialty programming.
Yeah. Another one, I mean, another recent one. A lot of people have mixed opinions about the show. I really love the show. I think it was a great move for Marvel to do their own programming television on their own streaming service, and that's WandaVision. The Halloween episode of WandaVision. Listen, even though the whole precipice of the show is like she's a witch. So we get that. but the specific Halloween episode where she's dressed up as the Scarlet Witch without realizing that she's a Scarlet Witch. Vision is dressed up in this,
Here's my problem. Here's my
what is
problem.
it?
That launched in January and February, which I think is the biggest problem with streaming. Yeah,
I get what
good,
you're
good
saying.
episode, but it wasn't like it launched in October, and it was just an episode that aired in the season, and that episode just so happened to be set during Halloween, even though it's
So
January and
okay, that's
February.
a good question. Do we count those as Halloween episodes?
I think I would count it, yes. If I'm trying to get into a Halloween mood now and I'm going through episodes, yeah, I have no problem playing it. I think it goes to the larger discussion of how it was about the ecosystem of the like being timely. Like it wasn't just, oh, we're doing a Halloween episode. No, we're doing a Halloween episode and it's airing during the
During Halloween
season.
season.
Like
Right.
that's the perfect marriage there. Like that's kind of what you want. Like, yeah, we're in this mindset. We're in this mood. I'm not in that mood in February.
True.
So
True.
like good pick, but I knock it just a tad because of when it aired.
Hold up. I need to look up something else because I know I know I have another pick that's in the same
Okay,
mindset. But go
why
with
you
your
going
next
that way?
pick.
Um, there's an episode of Boy Meets World, where they parodied like horror movies, which was really stand out. And they had like some guest stars in like that was one that's just like, okay, yep, fits right in. It's in that vein. Again, another sitcom, which you'll find most of these being sitcoms because yeah, your drama shows aren't really going there like that. The sitcom was
True.
made for
True.
this type of stuff. That one off, yep, we can focus on this week, and we're good for it after this. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to carry on into a future story or where we're leaning with this. What's your
I agree
next
with that.
question?
I think there was a simplicity of, being able to work in a holiday episode on those sitcoms that didn't have a overlapping story. You were able to shoot one standalone episode, and it was so goofy to the point you could have had somebody suffer injury in the Halloween episode, be just fine the next episode
Yep.
because the Halloween episode was all about it's so centered on Halloween, anything could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You just, but you just go along with it because it's the Halloween episode. You know what I'm saying? Or like, we coming up to Christmas. The Christmas episode could have been the most loving episode ever. And then you come to the next episode after that, everybody's back to normal.
Drama fighting or
And
whatever it
you
may be. Yep.
exactly, exactly. So my next pick, of course, and I had to be chronologically correct. But I will say Netflix series, or at least this particular Netflix series, does a good job of this. And that's Stranger Things.
I knew you was gonna go there.
First season of Stranger Things portrayed Christmas time. It was dropped in December. The second season of Stranger Things depicted Halloween. It was dropped October 27th. The next season was depicted during the summer. No, yeah, it was depicted during the summer. It dropped at the beginning of the summer. So, like, it does a good job of following the chronological order of how everything goes. And so I do got to go with season 2, episode 2 of Stranger Things, where they all dressed up as Ghostbusters. It was a great episode. You had Will back, like his actual character developing, because you didn't really get to see much of him in that first season. But now here we are in season 2. We see his character developing. It's some good
I
stuff
mean,
in Stranger Things.
it's perfectly structured, like you said, released during the right time. The era that it's in, the '80s.
Right.
Like Ghostbusters, yeah. And Ghostbusters is like Ghostbusters, although it's not a Halloween movie, it fits right in with the theme,
Yes,
and that
exactly.
mood. And so, yeah, it's a solid pick. My only issue here, I said this is a bigger one, is with streaming, you miss some of the interstitial stuff, the stuff that I think
True.
helps. And it kind of goes with my next pick, which is I'm going to take this back from you because even though you made this statement, it was quite ridiculous to include Nickelodeon in this. Cartoon Network you have during that era. Yes, Disney Channel. Yeah, there's an argument to be made for you, but Nickelodeon, no, 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 no. Everybody knows Nickelodeon's era was the 90s. And because you had Snick, Saturday Night Nick, and Halloween time would be great because you already had like Are You Afraid of the Dark? So they you had your Snick shows and they would create that show that was perfectly aligned for Halloween. And so you would have, maybe, Halloween episodes of Rugrats or Doug or whatever it may be.
Right, right.
And you'd have the kids on the couch in costumes, your commercials are Halloween themed, your little, tags and teasers are Halloween themed. Like it was all about that experience. And so as a kid, especially talking Saturday night, me inside, it is what it is. You try to get in that mood. Yeah, Snick. And especially, anchored by Are You Afraid of the Dark during Halloween? Chef's kiss. Perfection.
See, and this is true because by the time I came along, it was Nick at Night. It was no longer Snick.
You've
That's
always
crazy.
had Nick at Night. You've always had Nick at Night.
Oh, well, Snick was gone by the time I came
No,
around.
no, yeah, it was, and that's why
Got
oh, you don't know
So-
nothing about real Nickelodeon, boy. Let me tell you about this Nickelodeon. Like the, like
All right, I'm gonna go back with a tried and true one that I actually thoroughly was scared of this episode. And that's the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody's. The particular episode where it was like the ghost of Sweet 613. The ghost of Sweet. It was like the lady was in the painting. She was coming out of the painting. Esteban was acting like he was possessed. Oh, it was just I still to this day will not watch that episode if it's pitch black dark. Like I'm gonna turn on a light or something because it's just something about that. The acting in that episode was so good to say they were all child actors. I mean, aside from Esteban in the episode, but a really good episode. If you a Gen Zer, you already know about that episode because it's tried and true for all of us. Like it was just one of those episodes that was in circulation during Disney Channel's Halloween season.
Man, it was nothing better than as a kid just turning off all the lights and sitting down to watch something scary, at during this time of year. Because especially like ain't no phones, you not be like, this is what you watch.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's consuming all of your attention.
It's the mood, the right mood. And yeah, let's see, what's the last one? Like, yeah, even so, like along the lines of Snake, TGIF, the way TGIF would structure the theme, like you'd get one Friday in October, and you'd have all the the Halloween episodes, whether it be Family Matters, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, Full House, like these you would get that block, and like I said, everything would be structured, and so it really made it a special time. Like, okay, yep, let me get in the mood now. Everything doesn't have to be about it, but yeah, for this 2 hours or whichever show I'm gonna watch, yep, we're gonna get in the mood right here, and I'm gonna be ready for Halloween or whatever season it may be. You got one more, or
Yeah, man. I mean, I could keep going.
Okay,
Disney. I mean, I could have did a whole list of Disney Channel movies and shows because I think my era of Disney Channel just did it so well. I mean, you had just throw a few out there. You had Ant Farms with China Anne McClain when she was little. She kind of became the Mariah Carey of Halloween for children with Calling All the Monsters. How Mariah Carey has All I Want for Christmas Is You. China Anne McClain had Calling All the Monsters. You had the Halloween Town series, which I will never forgive. How do you do 3 movies with one actor as the main actress and then get to the 4th movie and dupe us? Like, we're not going to notice that hold up, that ain't the person that was in the last 3 movies. Like, are you good? Never forgive them for that. Halloween Town movies are great. But my true last pick, I guess, will be like, I love all the Bob's Burgers Halloween episodes. I'm a huge fan of Bob's Burgers. It's don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bob's Burgers is 10 out of 10. It's amazing. And they do their episodes at timely moments. And let's not forget, Gene Belcher does great homages to Black culture with his Halloween costumes.
Okay,
The first Halloween episode for Bob's Burgers, he dressed as Queen Latifah from her UNITY face.
That is a meme that it gets circulated all the time. And so I want people to understand the frequency is important here.
Yeah.
It's because I just Googled, like, just for example, because I love the 90s so much. I just Googled like 90s Halloween, sitcom Halloween episodes. And it's giving me the top 50 here. Now, surprisingly, because I was not a big fan of this show, like Roseanne takes like 7 of the top 10.
Roseanne, wow.
Yeah. But I think like the point is like on here you have Home Improvement, like you got a bunch of shows: SpongeBob, Kenan and Kel, Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Freaks and Geeks, Dawson's
And
Creek.
you know what was also good? Even shows that were already considered, maybe not horror, but they were already considered in that era. They would still do a Halloween themed episode. That
Oh
just
yeah,
goes to show you how important it was to make sure you had these seasonal episodes.
here's one: Home Improvement, one of the biggest sitcoms of the '90s, literally had one Halloween episode every year from '92 to 1998.
And let's be real, those were easily written episodes. You could, if you had no other episodes out of the year, you would have a summer themed episode, you would have a Christmas episode, you would have a Halloween episode, you would have a Thanksgiving episode.
Thanksgiving is questionable.
4th of July, questionable.
No. What was interesting was you don't find a lot of true summer-based episodes because once again, these shows were not airing during the summer.
Right.
So generally, they weren't being
reminder.
placed during them. But yeah, you're right. If your big ones you're trying to hit would be Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Those were your big three.
those were the true
Those
three.
were the true three that, yeah, granted, you may not be doing them every year. Like Home Improvement here is an outlier that they had one every year of the run. Like I said, Family Matters didn't have one every year, but they had one a good amount of the years. A show like Fresh Prince really only had 2 Halloween episodes in its run. Cosby Show, I think
Some years they might do a fall themed episode instead of a Halloween episode, and if they do the fall one, it might be Thanksgiving. Next year they do a Halloween one.
Yeah, it would alternate. It would alternate, but yeah, your big 3 would be Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day. Maybe if you didn't do a Halloween, you might throw in a Thanksgiving. Everybody knows
Right.
the Cosby Show Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
So, it's just it's what helped make things like this special. Because like I said, it was all part of the ecosystem. So you're getting your Halloween themed commercials on a network like Nickelodeon. Of course, then you're getting a scary toy commercial. So for example, you had, I don't know if you know creepy crawlers. You ever heard of creepy crawlers?
Yeah, man. Who
So
doesn't know about creepy crawlers?
you would see more creepy crawler commercials during this time because it fit right in.
Yeah.
I can't get out of here though. Oh, I can't believe I didn't mention this. One of my favorite shows of all time. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers had some good, enjoyable.
Power Rangers had Halloween episodes.
Oh yeah. Like
How did I miss this?
You had one episode, and you had one episode where like Kimberly was on a Halloween themed game show. That's all, and they were in costumes. That's what made it Halloween. You had another episode where that the Power Rangers are taking kids out trick or treating, and the kids are all dressed as Power Rangers, and the big fight happens in the graveyard, and the monster was a tombstone monster, like things that stand out. Halloween
episodes.
I'm watching it after we finish recording this. It's Y&Z conversation between the generations. Like, share, subscribe, tune in. If you got a take, you got a question, subject matter, throw it at us. We'll take it. We'll debate it or agree on it or just talk about it in some instances. Sir, favorite costume you wore as a kid?
I didn't really do costumes, man.
Was it that churchy life? Halloween,
yeah, man.
Halloween for the devil. Halloween for the devil.
Nah, not necessarily. It was just, it was that kind of stuff. Yeah, basically. I didn't really do costumes as a kid. Yeah, I didn't really do it. How about you, man?
Trick or treating? Nothing?
Not really.
Wow. I remember one year I dressed up as Emmitt Smith. And it's because I had a Dallas Cowboys jersey that was oversized and could fit over my Pee Wee football shoulder pads. And so easy cut. I like that.
Hey, that's easy to go right now.
Easy costume. It was like, okay, yep, like jersey over the uniform, over the shoulder pads, put them on. Yep, I am Emmitt Smith for Halloween. That had to be like, I think that was like, sixth grade or something, like somewhere, yeah, maybe somewhere around then. But yeah, we weren't to go out and buy a costume. Like we make,
you find what you got. We can wrap us up one.
Oh, sorry, this just popped in my mind. Because like your fast food restaurants, like McDonald's and Burger King, during these seasons would have these specialty
I will never
Toys.
forgive Burger King for that Black Whopper.
Oh, not the food. I'm talking about the toys. So
I
like,
was talking about they do food too. Now,
yeah, that ain't the same. It ain't nah, it ain't the same. Like I remember McDonald's in the 90s had chicken nuggets. Like the little chicken nugget
yeah.
figures. And for Halloween, you had like interchangeable costumes you could put on the chicken nuggets. So you could sit the chicken nugget in a little body and have a hat. So or like you could make it a ghost, a
They don't even
witch.
do that junk no
No,
more,
and so
bro.
like this is when it's like, oh, I want to go to McDonald's because I want to get the ghost chicken nugget or the witch chicken.
Oh, and let's hit on this right quick. Okay, so like off the top of your head,
Mhm.
iconic Halloween songs.
See,
I
this is
mean,
a
I
hard
think we
one.
all know
This
number
is a
one
hard
is
one.
gonna be,
Thriller,
of
thriller,
course,
yeah, thriller.
that's the iconic Halloween theme song is Thriller.
Thriller. I put a spell on you is one.
I put a spell on you. Okay, so quick question: would you add? Because I was thinking about this earlier. Would you add Funky Town to the list of Halloween greats songs?
The disco song, like,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't jump out at me as a. It
I
doesn't jump
want
out
to
at me as a
take me
Halloween
to
song.
Funky Town.
What about that song makes it Halloween?
It's funky. It's this idea of aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a Halloween
Uh,
esque maybe.
well, and also like when it comes to music, Halloween is not a good season for music. Like, because it's really hard to lock in on a Halloween song. Like, and
I
that's
will
why you
say, I
got.
mean, well, even if we just like go iconic Halloween sounds, I guess over songs, I guess that's a more
Oh,
appropriate thing.
sounds is the easy one.
It's the pipe organ, da 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 da. Like
Owls
if you hear
creaking.
that,
Yeah, owls, hooting in the woods in the dark. Like Halloween has all types of iconic imagery and sounds. Just but when it comes to like actual music, yeah, you're not, like yeah, Ray Parker's Ghostbusters theme come to mind, but that's not a
yeah,
Halloween song, but it's more so with the film and the how it's
right.
associated.
When you hear the sound, you think about Ghostbusters, you think about Halloween.
Yeah. It's yeah, Halloween is a hard one because at this point of the year, being honest, people are dropping their Christmas stuff getting like this is generally when you find a lot of Christmas albums being released.
Oh my girl, she's thawing out. I mean, basically, this is what she's thawed out. So I will let everyone know. I was being respectful for this episode. I have on the black for the death of Halloween. But come next episode, I will be having on my Christmas sweater. Thank you very much.
Sir, you will not disrespect November and Thanksgiving. You will not do that.
Christmas sweater.
Number one, it's November, or it'll be November. Number two,
Christmas
you
sweater.
live in the South, and it's still hot as hell down here, so you ain't wearing no sweater. I'm surprised you got them long sleeves
Christmas
on right now.
sweater.
You
Shall
gonna
I
be
repeat it?
Are you gonna wear that red hat too, look like a garden gnome? So we can holiday gnome.
Christmas sweater. Christmas sweater. Say it with me, people. Christmas sweaters.
We'll see where this goes. Thank you for tuning in. This is Y and Z conversation between the generations. We trying to add to the season. Enjoy your
Of course.
Halloween. Get some trick or treating if that's what you do. I'll be out with little man in his costume and
Okay, quick question. What do you think is a more profitable holiday, Halloween or Valentine's Day?
it's Valentine's Day.
You think so?
Well, because think about it. Halloween is while it's expanding. Traditionally, it's been candy and costumes, candy and costumes, and a part of that can be makeshift. Like you can make your own costume, and
Right,
it's
right.
expanding. Not but with Valentine's Day, there's just been more to spend your money on in terms of the chocolates,
Dates,
the
yeah, and
candy,
all
the
that.
date, the flowers, the preparation. Like there's a lot more baked into what it takes to quote unquote celebrate
True.
Valentine's Day, especially in a more centralized, focused, than Halloween. So yeah, and I think how Valentine's Day for a while there was like taking Christmas out of the equation.
Of course,
Valentine's
right.
Day traditionally comes in at number two, I believe. Um,
Really, I didn't know that. I
Generally
didn't ever look it up.
around it used to. I think things have shifted nowadays, like Mother's Day and like the
Of
order has
course,
shifted. I might have
yeah.
to look that up and see. But no, yeah, between Halloween and Valentine's Day, yeah, definitely. Valentine's Day for sure.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
guess
y'all be safe out there with your trick or treating. If you have kids, go ahead, take them, have a good time. If they don't do trick or treating, take them to a fall festival. There still are so many things going on, no matter what area you might be in. Hay bale riding is still fun. Do all that
but
kind of country stuff.
okay, we got a couple minutes. Let's dig into this side a little bit real quick since you have experience here
Yeah.
as the Baptist filled Kojic, whatever it may be, you know, church kid. What did you find were some of the good alternatives
I mean,
coming
I
up?
think I think at the end of the day, I think a fair or like some kind of harvest festival or something like that, I think it's still fun, if they do it correctly. Now, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna tell you what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of somebody saying, "Oh, you can still put on costumes, but we having like a trunk or treat." I'm just it just it's just something my head cannot wrap around. It's something my head can't wrap around. But if there's an actual well put together harvest festival or like some kind of fall festival, I
Mhm.
think that's a great alternative to Halloween. It doesn't have to deal with the costumes or anything. Still a great time. Funnel cakes. You still get the essence of fall without it having to be Halloween. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think that's part of the thing is Halloween works well because it's fall, but I don't. The two aren't necessarily tied to.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
The
you
two
could.
aren't necessarily tied to one
Yeah,
another.
you can do your
And I'm
fall
gonna be
stuff.
honest, while I didn't trick or treat as a youth, I think I still enjoy like a haunted house or something like that. I think it's something so thrill seeking about that. I leave a haunted house jerked up. I'll be ready to run a mile. Boy,
And ain't nothing like a good haunted house to get that blood flowing,
what?
especially if you with some people.
Adrenaline be high. You be ready to go.
I be ready to laugh. I'm here to enjoy the screams.
Yeah.
Like my wife still won't go to haunted houses with me because I will laugh and she will jump and run. Like the last time we did a haunted house, I think was maybe it was early in the relationship. We're talking maybe we're a year or two in, and we ain't
What?
want to do one since because yeah, she not signing up for that. Because yeah, I'm gonna let stuff happen. Because I'm there to have a good time.
Right, right.
I'm here to enjoy myself at your expense. Unfortunately,
Exactly. And nothing against all the ladies out there, but there is something just humorous about seeing a woman getting scared at a haunted house or something like that. It's like, oh my
oh,
God, I'm laughing at it, you're jumping at it. It's hilarious. I'm still here for you though. Let me just hold you.
you gotta be strategic. Me and my
Yeah,
wife's first
yeah.
me and my wife's first movie date was a scary movie.
This is a smart man, people. Take notes. Take notes.
Again, like the haunted house. We may have gone to one more after that, but no, no. And this is like, yeah, our first movie date. This wasn't the first date, but it was the early date.
Right,
Early
right.
movie. Yeah, it was a scary movie because it's gonna get you jumping. Gonna need some comforting. Oh, that hand grab. Oh, that
Oh, it's tight.
it's
It's
tight.
firm. They need
Mhm,
to hold on to something.
mhm. Free game right there, or as Bomani Jones would say, that's true game right there. True game.
True
True game.
game. True game.
Wife gonna kill me. Anyways, all right, let's get out of here. I got some trick or treating to do, or let me see if I can scare her a little bit. It's Y and Z the divide conversation between the generations. Like, share, subscribe, throw your opinion in. We here. Be safe, as Xavier said, whether you in church or celebrating
Yeah,
the Lord, because we know, hey, that's what you got to do. That's what you got.
we do.
Do what you do. Until next time, though. I guess get ready for Christmas because you see where his mind is at.
Yes, sir.
I'm a temper this.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
It is frightful because it's too damn hot. It's too damn hot.
It
It's
is.
frightful.
We had that little taste of a cold spell. The only reason why I have this cap on is because I need a haircut. Let's just keep that real. Like, it's not because I'm cold. Well, I'm cold in my apartment because it's I keep it ice cold, bone cold. But the weather was
Ice
good for like
cold,
a
you
few
say?
days.
Shout out to the Ice Cold brothers. Woo! Woo! Anyways, yep, let's get out of here. I'm gonna be mad this weekend because I'm going to a fall festival. It'll be 90 degrees. I'm pissed off.
90 degrees.
Yeah, it's gonna be 90 degrees in Texas on Saturday, and I'm going to a fall festival, and I'm gonna be wearing shorts, pissed the hell off. But yes, let me stop messing with you. Be
I mean, that
safe.
ain't crazy though, because I mean, if you're anywhere near New Orleans, well, I mean, it'll be this past weekend when this episode. Well, no, it'll be today when this episode airs. This weekend, we got Taylor Swift for 3 days in New Orleans. How did that happen?
Avoid the snow, sir. Avoid the snow. Peace.